Yeah.
Well, hello, everyone.
What is up? All right, let's start off with a couple things here before I hit the music. Number one, welcome to the family, sir.
Nice. My own swag.
Right. Second thing, we need to toast this.
Sweet.
We properly. We did a Tootsie Roll that wasn't a proper Tootsie Roll. So after a little deliberation,
Tootsie Roll.
and a little libation.
How's that song go?
Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
Something about Tootsie Roll.
Right. There definitely is a Tootsie Roll in that song.
I don't know which direction to pour this first or last, but something like that.
I'm sure it's all going to taste the same.
Something like that. I love the 2-ingredient drinks.
Yeah, simple,
clean. I've got a couple of them up my sleeve, and here you go.
Cheers.
Kick this bad boy off.
All right, here we go. Fight the fear. That's a Tootsie Roll.
It's a Tootsie Roll. I think I should have had a little bit sweeter.
That's it's an odd mixture, but
you get the aftertaste,
it is
like the candy and everything.
Absolutely. Wow, it doesn't look like much though.
No, it looks like a Tootsie Roll was melted in there, or somebody was in the bathtub. Baby Ruth.
Yeah. Float. And all through the house.
Merry Christmas to everybody. This is the season 4 finale. We're talking about all things last meals and then some.
Merry Christmas.
So let's say hello to everybody.
Hello, motherfucker.
And let's do this.
All right.
Impressive.
Very.
Most impressive.
Well, thank you, Darth. Party on, Darth. So I asked the Google. I went to the interwebs and I said, "Give me the top death row last meals."
Okay.
But then I found other questions people have asked, like what's the most popular last meal? What are the strangest last meals? Can you have alcohol? I think we know the answer on that. And what would be the best? So we'll get to that one.
Now, is it state by state? They have their own guidelines of what you can for your state death row inmates versus federal?
As a matter of fact, it is.
Okay.
Because Texas in 2011 took away the last meal.
Yeah.
It's a basic meal.
Because some jackass got greedy, right?
They said no more special orders because they wanted to eliminate waste and the expenditure. So
Okay. Yeah, I think I did read that they have to use what's in the kitchen
available
normally.
Yep.
They can make any concoction of that.
Right.
But I thought it was in relation to some guy that ordered like
It probably
50 things and didn't eat any of it.
Probably. I'm sure that has happened too.
Yeah.
It's a series called No Seconds by photographer Henry Hargreaves. Sorry. They're haunting images of death row inmates' last meal requests. And he thinks that the food speaks to the person's character. I would definitely say a lot of the meals would come from somebody's upbringing. But the very first one, John Wayne Gacy. Check this out. Before I even...
Oh, yeah.
Did you pull it up?
I got it right there, yeah.
That pile of freaking food. Oh my God. What do we got there? It looks like shrimp maybe? Or some kind of deep fried vegetable. It looks like shrimp. Strawberries. There's fries, chicken. It's like a whole...
Well, you pretty much nailed it. It says right here, he requested 12 fried shrimp, a bucket of original recipe KFC, bucket. A whole bucket, French fries, and a pound of strawberries. Whole pound. Yeah.
At some point after death,
that many.
At some point after death, don't your bowels release? Isn't that what they say?
Maybe some of these are getting a little revenge.
Maybe this should be like 2 days before. Hey, listen, we need you to eat today. Why? Because after you eat it, we need you to take this little pill because you're going to be empty for the for the big day.
Maybe that's what I would request, a bottle of Miralax.
Oh. Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah.
Just a big-ass bowl of ice cream.
2 pints of mint chocolate chip.
That'll run through you.
Yeah, good. Especially if you're lactose intolerant.
Ooh. Ricky Ray Rector. Yeah, nice little steak, couple pieces of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Pecan pie?
Yep.
Some kind of red beverage. What the hell is that?
There you go. There you go. You nailed it again.
Kool-Aid.
You requested steak, fried chicken, cherry Kool-Aid, and pecan pie.
Who the hell wants Kool-Aid? Well, I guess if you haven't had it for years.
But he didn't eat the pecan pie. He said he was going to save it for later. No, wait. I haven't finished yet. Stop.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'll save it for later. I think I'm having more of this. You want some?
I'll switch to the barley and hops.
All right.
But that was good. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm going to have one more.
All right.
Oh, that's crazy. What did Steven Anderson have? The hell?
Looks pretty simple.
Is that cottage cheese?
There. Yep.
And then is it just bread or is it a grilled cheese?
It is 2 grilled cheese, a pint of cottage cheese, a hominy corn mixture, peach pie, chocolate chip ice cream, and radishes.
What the hell?
Yeah. Of course, they put the radishes after the sweets, so it doesn't kind of mix. But I suppose if you did 2 grilled cheese, radishes, cottage cheese, maybe it fits better, but an odd combination nonetheless.
He deserved everything he had coming to him that day just for the cottage cheese and the radishes alone. Angel Diaz.
Maybe we should put the states in there.
He's in Florida. If I go back.
Can you guess what he had based on the picture?
Victor Feguer was put to death in Iowa by hanging at the age of 28 for kidnapping and murder. And for his last meal, he wanted a single olive with the pit still in it.
Yep. And do you know why Mr. Victor Feguer wanted that olive?
No.
And the pit? He wanted to be buried with that pit. And he was hoping that an olive tree would take root. His body would be the fertilizer. He'd become part of the olive tree as a sign of peace. And he wanted to make peace with the world after death.
Why didn't he think of that before he...
Well, sometimes it takes a hard lesson to learn that. So anyway, sounds remorseful at the end.
I think so.
Yeah. No word of whether the tree actually sprouted, though, or if he was even buried with the pit.
And Angel Diaz had nothing.
Yeah, his final request was no meal. So they, the prison said that's not allowed. So we will serve you the regular prison last meal. No mention of what that was, but he declined to eat that as well. He just did not want to eat.
That was what I was trying to find is there a standard regular last meal? And these states that don't offer you the ability to order out, it's just whatever's on the menu that day.
Right. And I do believe that there's some states that do that. I believe Texas is one. We'll look into that a bit later. But I do believe they have a standard last meal. If you request nothing, it's steak, eggs, potatoes. Not sure about dessert, coffee. I mean, it's pretty standard.
Yeah. Ronnie Lee Gardner in Utah. What'd he get there? Is that a steak and a lobster tail?
It sure looks like it.
Piece of pie and I don't know if that's ice cream or fruit.
Nailed it.
Can't tell.
Requested a steak, lobster tail, apple pie, vanilla ice cream, and he wanted to watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy while he ate it, and they did grant that. He was allowed to watch it.
That director's cut, that's like 14 hours of video.
That gives you a whole extra day.
Can we put this off a day? No, we're going to have to start 2 days early.
Yeah.
Because he wants to watch this damn movie. That threw me when I saw the DVD sitting there because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that some could request stuff like that.
Apparently he did, and he was that was Utah. No mention of the year in here of when that was and whether they still allow 14-hour movies.
Yeah. So Ted Bundy,
One of the most notorious serial
in
killers.
Florida, electric chair.
What do you have?
All right. I'm going to start on the left. Well, we got some orange juice. It looks like a little mixed bag here.
Okay.
It's like a big a big breakfast at Denny's or something.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like steak and eggs. I can't tell what that garnish is. I want to say it's a piece of pickle. Hash browns, toast, some pads of butter, some jelly, orange juice, and milk.
Mm-hmm.
What is that garnish? What is that?
Well, it says that he requested steak cooked medium rare, eggs over easy, hash browns, toast with butter and jelly, milk and juice. No mention of a
Do you
garnish.
see it? Maybe it's just the fat on the steak, or is it a
It could be.
piece
That's
of pickle, maybe?
I don't see what
You
they
see it?
Yeah, I do see it, but I can't make out what it is.
When you guys are watching this video and you see this, for the people that watch the video,
Yeah.
leave in the comments what the hell you think that garnish is next to the fork on Ted Bundy's plate. For one thing, that's a big ass meal.
It is. That's a lot of food.
But then
That's
if you
a
look
lot.
at what his charges were,
Mm.
necrophilia is in there, so God knows what this dude was doing. He really was out of his gourd. Alan Lee Tiny Davis. That looks like a little
Florida.
Yeah. Gumbo action.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say.
Steak. I'm sorry, not steak. It's potatoes. Looks like some potatoes on the side. The bread, shrimp or something. Could be something else. The lobster tail, and then I don't know if that's mushrooms.
Yeah, so
Am I off?
No, you got most of it.
Oh, fried clams.
There
Okay.
you go. There you go. Yeah.
I knew something looked different.
Yeah, requested lobster tail, fried potatoes, half a pound of fried shrimp, 6 ounces of fried clams, half a loaf of garlic bread, and 32 ounces of A&W root beer.
Just 32.
Just 32. That's it.
Couldn't ask for a refill. Just make it a 32. Give me the Teresa Lewis. Hers looks pretty plain, but I spy with my little eye off to the side there a McDonald's apple pie. That's got to be McDonald's.
Right. Yeah, exactly like that. So she was in Virginia, and last meal, Lewis requested fried chicken, peas with butter, apple pie, and a Dr. Pepper. No mention of whether that
that's a McDonald's
was a
apple
McDonald's
pie on
apple
that picture.
pie. Well,
the one he put in the picture anyway.
it was probably 2,000 degrees when she got it, too.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty simple.
Yeah. Hey, next we got a twofer.
Oh, some kind of lentil, maybe a wedding soup, and some kind of, what is that? Is that steak? Is that meat? Like a cube steak? What the hell is that? I'm probably way off.
Well, so this says Fernando Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo
Vanzetti.
So
they both?
Yeah, that's what I said. Twofer. Electric chair, ages 36, 39. For the last meals, they both requested soup, tea, meat, and toast. Not very specific.
Huh.
So, yeah, who knows?
So it is some kind of meat.
Soup and meat.
It's odd.
Tea and toast.
So these two guys, there must have been one after the other
Must have been.
in the same time frame. Maybe
and-
not the same day, but
And they were apparently partners in crime and partners in last meals.
Ronnie Threadgill. Let's see, where's this at? Texas. They changed it in 2011.
Okay. Yep. What you got there?
So I'm reading here that he made requests, but he was just given the same meal as everyone else in his unit.
Mm-hmm.
So he requested baked chicken, mashed potatoes with crunchy gravy, vegetables, sweet peas, bread, tea, water, and punch. But because of the rules, he had to take what he could get, which he ended up looks like a vegetable medley there. An excuse for mashed potatoes with gravy.
And some
chicken's not looking so hot.
Poached chicken.
Yeah. Plasticware.
Yep. Little juice, little coffee, little water, and some toast.
I would think, too, like, if somebody had to go get food, like when we said John Wayne Gacy had the KFC.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an open opportunity for someone to sneak contraband in.
Sure.
Like, take advantage of the moment. They're all concentrating on him. I can sneak in something with this and get it off to somebody else, or use some of this meal to trade for favor with a powerful inmate that might have ties on the outside. You know what I mean? Like,
or do something to it, poison it, or just mess with it.
Right. But also, the other side is like what I had read was Texas said it was just waste because some wouldn't eat it, or they'd have a little bit of it, or it's just something you got to clean up and it's an extra cost.
Right.
And it almost seemed like it was an insult to the families to give comfort to this person on their way out.
Yeah.
Because of their crime, that they committed.
Yeah. So anything that's in the normal kitchen can be used, but they're not going to do special requests outside of what they normally stock.
Yeah. So that was basically Henry Hargrave's photo stuff. Now I'll go back out here and look at some of these other questions here. So what do you think the most popular meal is?
Fried chicken.
You're dead on. Fried chicken, or a fried chicken steak, or French fries, fried seafood, very common last requests. I have to say, when I was thinking about this, steak wasn't on my mind. It was fried chicken, like something greasy and enjoyable. Yeah. You got to kind of spend time to kind of get into, I don't know. I guess you could see steak could be like that too, but it said that steak is a popular choice.
So that's what you're going with if your last meal?
I'm not 100% yet. I think when we get to the end of this, okay, I'll have a better idea based on other
I'll think of
menu choices. See, that's the advantage we have is I don't want to go to jail, but if I had to go to jail in my 50s, I have all this, like, all these different chains and restaurants and things to think about. And, like, if I was in a place that would let me have any of that, I don't know, man. Yeah, it might be where it's like a little bit of something from all these different places. I don't know.
Would you want a whole meal of something so you have a bunch of it, or would you want a bite of 20 different things?
Right. Like you might want a White Castle, but not just White Castle.
Right. Right.
So what do you think is some of the strangest last meal requests?
Well, I do know. I don't know if it made your list, but I do know the strangest one that I can think of. Somebody requested a cup of dirt.
That was denied.
Yeah. Yep. And apparently they wanted to do some sort of ritual with the dirt. So does that count as a last meal? I guess it was a request, but it's not actually food.
It wasn't fulfilled, yeah.
So outside of the dirt request, what's the most unusual food item? I would probably go with the single olive so far. I mean, just
on there.
One olive.
That's on there.
That's all I want.
I think the requests that seem odd are like the single items.
Okay.
Like the ice cream, the olive. Somebody just wanted some hot honey cheese doodles.
Right.
The guy that wanted the dirt.
Somebody, Eileen Warnos. The lady, and I think she might have been.
Wasn't it the movie?
Yep. She a cup of black coffee. That was it. That's all she wanted.
One guy wanted a bunch of junk food. He wanted pizza, fries, Coke, Doritos, milkshakes. Nothing,
Nothing out of the ordinary, but just a bunch of
junk food. Yeah. Somebody just wanted Jolly Ranchers.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wanted a bunch of pastries and cake and pie and pop, just a bunch of sweets and pizza and different things like that.
Yeah, I do remember somebody requesting a birthday cake. It wasn't his birthday, but he wanted a birthday cake as his last.
One guy wanted a burger and fries, a chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes, a pizza, ice cream, like probably way more than you could even eat.
That's all one order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Somebody asked for a bottle of wine. No.
I do remember a gentleman in Texas requested a 6-pack. That was denied. 6-pack of beer.
27 states still have capital punishment. What is the shortest time?
You can put up a list for him to see.
Yeah.
Right there.
I don't want to read it all off, but there it is.
Yep.
What is the history of the last meal? Although the earliest records, it was a code, a Sumerian code of Ur-Nammu in the 22nd century BC. Some scholars suggested the last meal may have begun in ancient Greece, and in Rome, gladiators were fed a sumptuous last meal the night before their date in the Colosseum, just in case they didn't make it. So that's kind of where it came from.
It's fitting. I don't have a problem with inmates getting a last meal.
No.
I mean, obviously you're being punished, and as horrible crimes as these people have committed to land themselves there, they're not going to be alive tomorrow or 2 days. And most states are reasonable, it sounds like,
Yeah. So now that you've heard most of that, what do you think?
I think I would definitely go with some fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, country gravy. I would have to throw in a couple Alaskan king crabs with some drawn butter, and a slice of banana cream pie.
Damn.
To wash it down with.
I got to go backwards. I got to work backwards.
Unsweetened iced tea.
I got to work backwards. I got to have some kind of chocolate pie.
Okay.
So I know I need that. Maybe some chocolate chip cookies. Man, I was thinking, you said chicken fried. So I'm thinking chicken fried steak.
Okay.
Chicken fried steak where it's like the pounded steak, like not the pork fritter or whatever, but
Oh, it's same.
Chicken fried steak.
Yep. Same thing.
With like the whites, gravy with the pepper in it, peppercorn in it.
The country
Country
pepper
gravy. Yeah. Man, I'd have to have some onion rings on the side there. Maybe some mashed potatoes. I don't know. Green beans or broccoli?
Better go healthy.
Green beans. I'll go green beans.
With bacon.
There's got to be something else though that's special.
Yeah.
Like for, all that off to the side, and then that one special dish. Like, man, maybe like, I don't know, something like mom's chili or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it would come to me like something that we had on a normal family night that just wasn't anything special.
Just reminding you.
Just to have you have that time in your life before you go out. Because, you can think that but you don't know until you're lights out. And then, is there another side? You're going to find out in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I think about. The one guy said takes me back to my grandma's whatever meal, and I was like, yeah. What about that? Like,
or would it be something that you've never had before and you want to try it before?
Ooh, no, because what if I'm disappointed? Wait, guys, wait. That was nasty.
Redo.
That was nasty. Because I didn't like lobster until just a few years ago. But the way it was prepared. Typically, it's boiled or whatever, and then baked, or however they do it to finish it or whatever.
Broiled, yep.
This was it was a bigger tail, and then you have the lines of the tail,
right?
And they sliced it, so those were slices, and they grilled it.
Okay.
And it had a butter sauce and stuff in it.
Yep.
And I was like, that was amazing.
Yeah.
So I liked it prepared like that. I'm sure the regular way wouldn't be much different, but. It's going to taste how it's going to taste,
and not every lobster tail is created equal.
Right.
Anyway, just the texture, where it's caught from, how fresh it is.
Right.
Just like a steak. A steak is not a steak.
Because I'm not a big
levels.
Yeah, and I'm not a big seafood guy, but I did like that lobster like that. I do like shrimp. I do like fried shrimp, popcorn, tempura, whatever you want to call it, with breading on it. So some people, purists, might say, well, that's not seafood, My wife loves scallops. I don't do scallops.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do like white fish that's breaded or something. By the time you cut through that, you're into it anyway. I love sushi. I got into sushi. I don't like salmon, but maybe I'd have some sushi on the side there.
Yeah.
You know, so like you said, maybe you just could kind of pick at things.
Yeah, maybe
bring
just
it in at lunchtime, guys, and just let me kind of pick at it all day, you know. Let me watch Lord of the Rings and the original 3 Star Wars movies while I'm picking at this stuff for 20 hours.
Yeah. I mean, you can only eat so much at one time. So maybe you get 15 different entrees so you can have a bite of each or 2 bites each.
Yeah.
But that's why they put the hammer down, because crazy orders like that.
Well, and they bring all that in and you're only taking a bite here or there and nobody wants to eat after you.
Yeah. I'll save it for later.
You're a nasty death row inmate, you know.
Your death row cooties.
Yeah. So that shit's going to the incinerator. Yeah, that's about what I would do.
Yeah. Well, let's hope I never or you never have to make that choice.
No cinnamon checks, no just spaghetti, no apples. This dude says 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 4, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. He's just making shit up.
Yeah.
It'd be something like that, like, you know.
Is there any fast food place that you would really want?
I was just thinking, there's fast food that I discovered out west that's not here. So when I go to new cities, if they have a place that's famous in songs or movies or something,
or like an In-N-Out is not around,
I want to go try it, you know. So I tried In-N-Out. I tried the Whataburger. I tried the Wahlburger. And out of all those places, the Jack in the Box.
Okay.
The Jack in the Box, dude. I could eat the Jack in the Box bacon cheeseburger that I had. I think I had that in Arizona, but I had the In-N-Out in California, and I had the Whataburger and the Wahlburger in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Out of all those, the Jack in the Box, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like something about it had some addictive sauce in it. You know, there was something in there that would, like the McDonald's fries they got in trouble for having the meat in the sauce or whatever. There's something on those burgers. For me, anyway.
Crack cocaine.
Jack in the Box, definitely. How about you? Anything?
Yeah. I would probably go with a burger place. But I tried the Whataburger, New Mexico, I think. It's pretty good. Shake Shack out in Vegas.
I didn't try that one yet.
There are other places, but delicious.
Yeah.
Good. But I would say it's about this comparable to Five Guys. You know, I mean, it's just a big, well-done, greasy burger. But
Five Guys is extremely greasy.
It is.
Would not be my death row choice of burger.
Well, I don't know. If somebody else got to clean up.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the finale, season 4.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go into Christmas. So you'll be getting this a few days before Christmas. You'll hear Santa coming down the chimney with a new podcast episode for you. So it's been an exciting few episodes we've done here together. We got a lot accomplished in a short amount of time. We're still working on things, working the bugs out, kicking ideas around.
Yep.
We definitely want to be consistent. We want to have fun, but we want to go down, you know, a little darker path.
Rabbit holes.
You got to
everywhere.
pick something. You know, people always say to me like, "Well, what's it about?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, hell, I don't even know what it's about, but I do. But I like the darker, mysterious things. And like I was saying before, like, you know, UFOs and unsolved mysteries and hauntings and all these other things. If you go back in the podcast previous seasons, I've talked about stuff as ghosts. I had my own ghosts run-ins that I talked about. UFOs, we had some things we talked about there. Music, movies, stuff from the 90s, just whatever was coming to me as we just stumbled down the path to get here. So we're going to continue. Until next time, let me see if I can find it easier this time. I always kind of mess it up. It's our favorite. So we don't like what these guys did. We think it's this.
Bullshit. Bullshit. bullshit.
What?
A bullshit?
Definitely.
A bullshit? A bullshit.
Yep.
A bullshit.
Thanks, everybody.
Kahlua and orange juice, Tootsie Roll. See you
Tootsie
next
Roll.
time. All right.